We're doing an art challenge today, guys. In today's video, we're going to be doing the Universe of Markers Colors of the Month challenge for March, which are these colors. The Universe of Markers does a challenge every month where they pick 4 different colors and you have to make an illustration with just those colors. They allow you to use any kind of medium you like, supposedly markers, but you can use whatever you got. So for this month, we got a red, we got a yellow, we got a teal, and a kind of a dark teal. When I looked at the notes in the Instagram post that they did about what color Copic markers to use, the red was actually R08, which is I think is vermilion. But you know what? I have like over 300 Copic markers and I don't have R08. Can you believe having that many markers and I don't even have the color they need me to use? What the heck? But this is a close enough fit. It's almost the exact same. I think. I wouldn't know because I don't have R08. We are gonna do one thing different. We are also using these. Way back last year, I ordered the Arteza, or is it Arteza? Let's say Arteza. Arteza sounds better. I ordered the Arteza real brush pens. I think it was a Black Friday sale. It was really cheap though, I remember that. Because I thought for sure that it would be like, oh look, it'll be like my first step into watercolors. But that's not really how these work at all. But it's water-based ink, so it's not really a marker and it's also not really watercolors. These I'm gonna use for the background. And we're gonna go make an illustration out of all 8 of these. And then of course, the fine liner, and then maybe some white, you know. But the whole thing is that you're only supposed to use these colors. So that's what we're gonna do. Off camera, because I'm still kind of camera shy with drawing, I made a example. Woohoo! Example! This was a very quick sketch because this is kind of what I want to do. This is my thumbnail. You see how super tiny it is, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like a square, like a whole sheet of paper, and this is the colors I think we're gonna go with. We're gonna have gold scales, we're gonna have red hair, green horns. In the background, I just kind of threw it on there really bad. It looks like a kid did it. We have like some mountains and then like a sunset background, and that's just kind of how we're gonna do it. And of course, here's what they look like swatched out. But the R17, Y15, BG49, and BG78 are the Copics, and here are our closest matches for the Arteza brush pens, but I think we're actually pretty darn close. I only have 48 of them, so you gotta use what you got. So the goals of this video are henceforth, draw drawing. Draw the drawing, print the drawing, trace the drawing, color the drawing with markers, paint the drawing with water brush pens, and somehow make it look decent. Because so far all of my colors of the month drawings have been awful. Let's go to the computer and see what kind of damage we can do. Wow, did you guys see that? Like, what am I like? What am I trying to do? God, I hate recording. This is bad. Oh, I had such big plans for this drawing, and you're gonna find out that none of it came to fruition. You know those water brushes I said? Nah. You know that cool drawing I sketched out? Nah. The thumbnail? Nah. I couldn't get anything done right in this drawing, and I am going to show you every single bit of pain that I had to experience. Check out this sketch. Look at the sketch I'm doing right now. Is this a sketch in the thumbnail? No. Was this a sketch I put on Instagram? No. This sketch was my original idea, and I gave up halfway through it. I got to the part where I was drawing this stupid arm and I could not get the arm right and I gave up. Am I sad about it? No, not really. But I was so discouraged when I was drawing this. I'm like, oh, I can't draw anything right. I'm stuck drawing cutesy dragons for the rest of my life because I can't draw this cool looking dragon. It's okay to quit, as long as you don't quit forever. I put the sketch away. I will finish it another day. So I did a second sketch. This time a super cute, flowy, cartoony dragon because that's just kind of what I do, I guess. And I'm still feeling that a little bit. That I'm so in my comfort zone drawing the same thing again and again. And I'm starting to see that from the outside looking in, and it hurts. Because what am I supposed to do? You try to do something out of your comfort zone, it doesn't look right. So then you get scared and you quit and you flee back to your comfort zone. That's exactly what I did. I decided I was going to draw a cute, flowy dragon. Like the same dragon I was going to draw, but cuter and simpler. But you know what, guys? I'm going to give myself just a little bit of credit because this happened right when my entire work like blew up. Like not literally, but from an IT point of view, oh yeah, we got ransomware, guys. If you guys are watching this video, and you work in IT, you know how crippling ransomware infections are, and that's what I was dealing with while drawing this. I couldn't put a pin in this one because this was due in March. This is the March colors of the month, and it was like March 25th? I think? I don't remember, but it was like right when it happened, and it was so stressful. Dealing with the emails and the phone calls and the doom and gloom, and then also dealing with me not being able to draw a dragon. You gotta pick and choose your battles, guys. I wasn't gonna fight with myself. I'm gonna draw this cute dragon. And you guys apparently liked it, because the sketch got a lot of good reviews on Instagram and Twitter, so thanks a lot for your good comments, guys. I appreciate it. You make me feel better when I feel bad about myself, and I appreciate it. So we were going to do the same thing. We were still going to color the background. We're still going to color the dragon the right color. So still using the markers, still using the brush pens. I decided I was going to trace it on Bristol board this time. You guys know how much I hate Bristol board, but I also love Bristol board. It's just every time I try, I always smear the pen. I don't know why. It just happens. But I had a different inking pen today. My new favorite one, the Pigma FB from Sakura. So good. And I was going to try it. It's very meditative doing inking, but it's also very stressful because you mess up once and the whole thing is ruined. It's awful. As you're about to see, I got about maybe not even 3 minutes into inking this, and I made a mistake already. I drew the other eye too small. I don't know why, I don't know how, because I'm tracing a sketch and the sketch looked okay, but I realized, oh my god, I just made the eye way too small. Maybe I was being a little overly critical. Maybe you guys don't even notice the eye's too small. What do you think? Do you think the eye's too small? I think it is. And I thought, you know what? No, not today. I'm not going to go through and ink this entire drawing with the eye being too small. I'm not going to do it. So I threw it on the floor, and I grabbed a piece of my Express It blending card, which I hate, by the way. Also, I know I said I was going to return it to Amazon. I found out my window for that closed like 3 days before this recording. So I can't return it. 50 bucks on paper and I can't even return it. Ah! I guess I'm just gonna have to use it. It's super annoying though. If you guys want free blending cards, let me know. I'll send you a few sheets. I don't want it. So I decided to ink it, this time on this paper. Easy enough, smaller piece of paper, whatever. I just wanted to get this done because, you know, it's March. The March is almost over and this is the March colors of the month. I had to get it done. You guys are going to see my head a lot in this drawing. For some reason, I got the worst camera setup, guys. I think what I want to do is just get like one of those wiggly arm mounts and just put my phone on it, because I have a new phone now. And I think my new phone records better than my camera technology, right? So I finished the baselines for this drawing. It didn't look so bad. I put the tracing thing away, and I went through and started to add value to the lines when... You know what, I couldn't even tell you what happened. Looking back on it, I still don't even know what happened. Look what I did. Look how I massacred my drawing. Look at that. Look at that stupid what happened? What did I do? I was so frustrated. Oh my god. But you know what, guys? I am not going to quit. I have done digital art way longer than I've done traditional art. I've done digital art for 17 years. Not saying that I have 17 years experience. I just know a lot of things. And I knew exactly what I was going to do. I was going to finish inking this drawing, even with that smudge on the side. All the details, everything. Gonna finish it now. I took this drawing and I scanned it on the computer, and we are going to professionally make magic happen on the Photoshop. Apparently Adobe's trending on the day I'm recording this, and they're all saying, you know, trash Photoshop, get rid of Adobe, and I agree, man. I stand with you guys. I hate Photoshop and I hate Adobe. I just happen to be sharing a license with someone. It's the only reason why I have it. And I also know my way around Photoshop pretty well. So look at this. I'm making magic happen. I'm cleaning up all the scuffs. I'm cleaning up all the blurs. I'm cleaning up all the spots. I'm making this line art look good. And I even saved a copy, so DCG members, you guys get a copy of this to color if you like. I tested some colors to make sure it looked good, added a few things I missed, and boom, we got clean line art that I can color as many times as I want because it's on the computer. I printed it on that stupid Express It blending card. I really shouldn't be trashing it so much because it did save me today because I was able to print it. And this is the part where the video gets kind of boring, because now that I hit the coloring part, the part I feel most confident about, I don't have anything else to say. I have 4 colors, and my drawing is super basic and simple. Nothing fancy. Let's just make it happen. If you guys want a trick to how to color with only one color, if you're ever in a challenge like this, if your color is light enough, you'll be able to use a little bit of a colorless blender to kind of blend out that color into the white. It's what I used to do before I had all these Copic markers. I didn't have any pastels. It was the only way I could use it. But a cool thing about the Express It blending card is it does layer colors like almost too much. Almost to the point where I don't like it. But it does work really well for challenges like this where I only have one shade of yellow. Layer on those shadows, leave some white, let it dry, and then do a wash over it. And look at that, we got shading with only one marker. You guys don't need 358 Copic markers. Now, I have almost 358 Copic markers, but I don't need all of them. I just like to collect them, and thanks to all my friends on DCG who have donated so many to me, I would not be there without you guys. But look, you can still make art happen with just one color. I might do a one color challenge someday. I think that'd be pretty fun. I've seen other YouTubers do it, so it's definitely not a unique idea. But hey, maybe someday. I don't have a lot of detail on it though, and there's only so much you could do with one marker. But don't worry, remember those water brush pens I told you about earlier? Well, we're still gonna use them. The problem is that you can't watercolor on Express It blending cards. You put a little bit of water on this paper and it just deteriorates. It hates water so much. So, no watercolor. Unfortunately, not in this video. In the comments section, guys, I want you to let me know if you're an artist or if you do art in any capacity. What is art to you? Is art a stress relief? Or is art stressful? Because to me, it's a little bit of both. Is it stress relieving? I guess. It's fun. But when it comes to things like this where there's a time crunch and I'm running into all these mistakes, it can be extremely stressful. So let me know, what do you guys think? Is it stress? What is vent art to you? As a matter of fact, the next video I put out is going to be immediately after this one, where I tried using one watercolor pencil to make one drawing in the middle of this work crisis and it failed so bad. And I'm going to talk to you guys about stress and what it does to art. Because it's not good. It's bad. But that's for next week. Now, I did have two teals to use, which is pretty cool. I think I probably could have separated them and done more, but I really wanted to add a lot of detail to those scales, and I'm glad I did, because it turned out really nice. It's a little jarring, though, how detailed they are compared to how flat everything else is, but you know what? At the point of doing this drawing, I wasn't going to complain. I got this far after all the things that happened. I was happy. All in all, I'm pretty happy I was able to finish this drawing without freaking out or, you know, having my marker go skidding across the page and having to do it all over again. I mean, I know I'm kind of spoiling the end for you guys, but I'm just going to tell you right now that nothing bad happens from here on out. We're pretty much done. The problem is I had that orb, and I didn't really know how to color it, so I decided I was going to use the yellow for it and try to use the colors blender to kind of like push the colors around, and it was okay. It turned out fine. I mean, this could have been a lot better if I had like my pastel yellows. It would have been super pretty, but it's a challenge. You only got what you got. You do what you can with what you got. So, not complaining, just not my best work. You know what? While I have you guys chatting in the comments, let me also ask you, how do you feel about artists who only do the same thing all the time? Do you feel like that's their thing? If they're famous for only drawing a certain style, does that make them a bad artist for not drawing in other styles? Do you feel that maybe they're very limited, like they should spread out and try new things? Or do you think they should stay in their lane and only stick with what they're good with? I think you're going to get different answers depending on who you ask. If you ask an artist that, they may be like, oh, well, we should always learn to try new things. You ask a non-artist that, they'll be like, oh, well, they're good at one thing, and we love them for that, so why change it? There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just curious what you guys think, because I've been dealing with that a lot lately. And just like that, guys, this drawing's pretty much done. I take my white paint pen, give it life. It's no longer a zombie, it is now alive, with the whites in its eyes. Try so hard not to over-render the drawing with the white like I always do. And you know what, guys, we're done. Universe and Markers Colors of the Month Challenge for March is finished. Then, of course, it's the middle of April by the time you guys see this video. This is long done, but I'm really behind on videos, so don't judge me. Come on. And here's the final piece in all its simple glory. Nothing fancy about it at all. Very quick, very painful, lots of challenges, but he stuck through with it. And don't forget, that first sketch, I will eventually do something with it when I feel better about it. I'm still kind of mad. Don't forget to like the video, guys, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more art videos. And let me know in the comments if you have any requests, if you want to see anything specific, and I'll be more than happy to cover it for you. But until next time, I will see you guys on the next video.